Yo, Fluffs, what's up? It's good to see you guys. Thank you all for coming. I'm glad you could make it. Vicky, good to see you. Do you have PJ Group Chat?
Oh, good. That's still flying. Jesus still loves us.
Hey, man.
Michael Corn, what's up, Peter Dragon?
How you guys doing?
And we are live, I think. Yo, Fluffs, what's up? It's good to see you all. Tonight's going to be a very trigger-some stream for some people. We've already been having some triggered numpties like Sean Hawkins coming in.
You know, Flatzoid, both you and Dave are just...
Get out of my pocket!
You are too much of a coward.
And Craig, if you beat the Fallacy King.
You stupid woman.
That's going to be an interesting one tonight.
Yo, Fluffs, what's up? It's good to see you all. Thank you all for coming. It is my birthday, yeah.
Happy
whole
birthday,
37.
bro.
Birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
What are you, like 28 now?
37.
Yeah, he's 28 again this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
See your doctor.
37. You're only 3 years away from being old.
Now, is that metric?
Yeah. Is that in kilometers?
But yeah, it's good to be here. I just want to say thank you to all for being here. Everybody in the YouTube land, thank you for all your happy birthdays as well. You guys rock. So I haven't planned anything for tonight. Just having a chill chat, I guess, today.
Yay.
Going in your guys' neck of the woods, you know, that type of thing.
It's finally
Still
nice.
still trying to get rid of my rum and coke.
Oh, Lord.
Keep sipping.
No, I
What does
didn't
that
drink
mean?
that much. Just joking. So yeah. What is news on your guys' side of the plane?
Well, we're finally at 80 degrees. That's Fahrenheit. I don't know what that turns out to be in Celsius. Let me see. Let me change it. I can change it here. We finally got good. There, 27 degrees.
30 degrees. Yeah.
27 degrees Celsius finally here in
Well, here.
It's raining pretty good here.
Well, here they are still flying. Jesus still loves us.
Actually, it's 26.66. Oh, so it's a 666.
How dare you?
dare you steal my future.
Oh,
Satanism stuff doesn't belong.
Childhood. Oh, I'm an angry little Swiss girl.
But yeah, it's
Really?
good to be
Swiss girl.
Or Swedish or whatever. Little girls from Sweden dream of silver
Sweden.
quotations. It's right out of the Red Hot Chili Peppers song, man. Talking about Greta.
Californication.
Fun fact, Owen thinks Greta's hot.
Dude, Greta's not a girl, man. When are you guys gonna realize
The only thing I commented is that Greta's a girl. He's 40 years old. How old is she supposed to be?
We don't want to know.
Iwan's 40. Iwan's older than 40. He's a little bit older than 40. He's about 44, I think.
He's 800. Remember, he was part of the Dark Wood.
Oh, yeah. I actually think he's. I think he's the same age as Michael. I think he's on par with
Crazy.
Michael.
But yeah, I haven't seen anything really special we could actually show tonight. I did try and put timestamps in on the last stream we did. Don't know if anybody's realized that. I want to see if that's going to help people because I get people asking the whole time. I see you talking about different stuff, but it's a mission to go through everything.
Oh, you're marking it so that way we can find the spots of where we talked about whatever. That's cool.
Yeah. So like when we have a certain discussion on something, I can mark it and put it there. Greta's 21 years old. Ooh.
Wow.
If you've got that, if it gives you that option on videos, clip, No, it says
I
on
love-
any future video. You can, if anybody can be bothered to do it, like you can clip all different sections out in a video that you want to cover.
Yeah.
I think that girl looks like she's from fetal alcohol syndrome. You ever seen that where the mom drinks?
Oh, yeah.
They
Yeah,
get
she's
that
not
look.
the, she's
that
not she's
spread
not the
apart
prettiest
eyes
one.
like that.
She's not the prettiest. I think she was probably brought up to do exactly what she's doing.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Part of the script, man. Part of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Little characters they put out there for us.
I said to Vicky, "How do you know that?" She's like, "Ask my watch."
Did you watch that video that I posted that Nathan Thompson put up talking to that supposed scientist, PhD or whatever on TikTok?
Gas pressure.
On TikTok.
No, is it the one where he's asking about the gas pressure?
No, that's Danny Faulkner.
No, but he's also asked another Indian PhD professor about the let's see.
It's talking to him about science and scientific method and stuff that's coming out of this guy's mouth.
I thought it was about that age, Terry. I did think he was round about that.
PhD in pseudo-science. There we go. Is it PhD Blitz?
Say again.
Twitching pseudo-scientist
That's
double
it,
speaking
yeah.
donut.
Yeah.
Is that one?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Whoop whoop. There we go.
Yeah, I do. I get grants to do research, and then as part of my research program, I do science outreach. You're right. So you would not expect to see a completely different night sky. You would expect to see a different night sky. Sorry, no, you didn't say completely different. You just said, would you expect to see a different night sky? And I agreed with that, because you do see a different night sky, and you agreed with that.
What?
It's obviously people are talking to him in comments.
Yeah. It's okay. We'll see what's gonna happen. Is this guy supposed to be a PhD? Dr. Blitz?
Something like that.
He doesn't come across really as a PhD the way he's communicating though.
They're all pretenders, mate.
We do not see Orion in, say, August in the Northern Hemisphere.
Bozo the Clown over here said we don't see Orion's belt in August in the Northern Hemisphere.
Of course, we can see the North Star and the Big Dipper most of the year. We can see the North Star all of the year because it's not in the ecliptic; it's above the ecliptic. It's north of the ecliptic. We can see the Big Dipper most of the year because it's quite near to the North Star, and so it's mostly above the ecliptic, not always. But yes, this is literally why zodiac signs are the way they are, because during the month in which you were born, you have a zodiac sign associated to you. So July is.
What has that got to do with anything that was just spoken about?
July, cancer, I'm cancer. But it doesn't mean none.
Oxford Space said, no poll today. Nope. What should I make the poll about, guys? Did I turn 18 again?
There you go. Well, you do replace every cell in your body every 7 years, over a course of 7 years. So
it's like that shipper. Is it shipper thesis? Are we still the same person?
Right.
Is like Leo or something. And so during July, you can't see Leo in the sky because it's on the other side of the sun. I know. I don't know what you mean by rigidity. Angular momentum's conserved, though. More or less, yeah. I'm not a pilot, but yeah. I know what the artificial horizon is. No, I was just twitching, bro. No, I just sometimes twitch. Can I read you something? A traditional spinning airplane gyroscope has a mechanism inside that assumes the aircraft is flying level most of the time. The local...
Yeah, so straight then.
Gravity vector opens veins that allow air pressure to push it slightly in a corrective self-governing direction. These forces cause the gyro to precess in exactly the direction that causes it to align with the gravity vector.
And this is what we get these globies not understanding. Before they take off, they set their gyro to have that rigid horizontal reference. So when they're flying, it's automatically trying to set back to that horizontal that was set on the runway.
Mm.
And this is why it shows they do not dip their nose to follow Earth curve. It's not hard to understand. Somehow they still think, no, it's following the curve of the Earth. But the gyro totally debunks that because it shows it's keeping the same horizontal reference from when they took off at the one airport on the runway to when they land again. It has never changed horizontal. It stays.
How do
Have
they
you
get
noticed that, like, everything that they've thrown at us over years has only works on a globe or globe evidence? Always turn out to be a flat Earth proof.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's odd how that works, though.
Just.
Yeah, it's really odd.
Isn't it mad how they don't see that the rigidity of the gyro? If the plane was to dip or deviate from that horizontal thing, it would tell them. It would note it. You know what I mean? It would
But
record
did you
it.
know that they used to measure rotation of Earth?
Yeah, of course, I understand that. But at the same time, you know what I mean? Paradoxes and all that.
That's
Yeah.
I got a video here. It's where a guy here just recently crashed an airplane trying to account for curvature.
But that's why I said I'll never ever trust to fly with Wolfie because he believes you account for Coriolis in the airplane.
Yeah.
Wife isn't chat.
What is
Right?
it? Let me-
I know. Hi,
Yeah,
Mrs.
Mrs.
Flax.
FD.
Hello, DP. It's good to see her. Shame she's been spoiling me rotten. I'm still eating all the pudding she made for us. Gonna have the last bit now tonight.
Is that why you're looking very lethargic?
Oh, I'm nice and lazy now.
Cake, sugar crash.
Well, well, well. A pilot who thinks the Earth is a globe crashes attempting to account for Earth's curvature. But what he was attempting to do was dip his nose to prove that the Earth is a ball. But instead of this happening, he went straight into the ground and crashed. Proving that the Earth is in fact not a globe. You see, the map that pilots go by is the new standard map of the world. This is the flat Earth map with Antarctica going around it. You see, even when NASA flies aircrafts, they account for curvature. This is from NASA.gov, Derivation and Definition of a Linear Aircraft Model. This report details the development of the linear model of a rigid aircraft of constant mass flying over a flat, non-rotating Earth, which is also what pilots are taught as well.
You know what the excuses are for that?
Globe, he actually went against protocol.
Easier for the maths.
It goes to show with
No, I've heard they say the excuse for that is because it's just a model.
God's word tells us, let God be true, but every man a liar.
You test things for reality that they're going to be working in. Stuff that comes out of ballers' mouths, man. It's
They're
ridiculous.
idiots. I mean, the whole reason you have the model is because you need it to work in reality.
Right.
Like testing a submarine on dry land, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, why create a idiotic model that you won't be able to use in reality? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yes, but planes take off backwards, yeah.
It's like that claimed moon lander thing that they were test piloting that they could never get to Earth properly. I wouldn't even know whether it'd work on moon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Real Cygnus says the pendulous veins wouldn't be needed on a flat Earth. Bullshit. Do you know it's a mechanical gyro, so it has precession due to the mechanics of a spinning reference? Do you think when it spins, it doesn't transfer that energy somewhere else? It will have to move somewhere, so it needs it to get back into place. These people don't think before they speak or whatever, you know? It's really idiotic. It's
Real
like they
cygnus,
have their own little fairy physics, thinking, because it works in reality and it means flat Earth, but just because you guys say it works, so therefore on flat Earth it wouldn't work. What's wrong with you people? It's like, oh, explain gravity to me on a flat Earth. It's like, what gravity? What you talking about? Gravity won't work on a flat Earth. No shit. Gravity doesn't work in reality here either.
It doesn't work anywhere.
Yeah, gravity doesn't exist. Oh,
Imaginary
really
works
idiotic.
for the imaginary. It doesn't work anywhere.
They've really got that beat into people's heads bad too, man.
Of course.
They really do. This gravity crap
I
and
know.
this mass attracting mass. It's almost like a disease with these people, man. They can't get out of it. They just can't get out of it.
And they say we're the ones with the faith, you know? That needs a lot of faith, that stuff, that gravity.
Yep.
But they can see it, of course. They can see gravity as well. So maybe it's not faith to them if they can see it. Let's say maybe I just haven't got the eyes to see this gravity thing.
I want to see something. Because I saw recently they discovered some impenetrable barrier that they can't get out. Explaining the apparent impenetrable barrier to ultra-relativistic electrons in the outer Van Allen radiation belt. No, that's not what I was looking for. It was another one. I saw recently they said they found something like a barrier that they can't get past. A new discovery. But I mean, if that's the truth, then how the hell did they get to the moon? I think they said it's like 13,000 kilometers up or something. Yeah.
You've got somebody sharing your birthday in chat flats. Somebody said 35 today, CVE, TKO.
Hey, CVTK, good to see you, man. Hey, 35th. Oh, he's 35 and I'm 37. Only 2 years difference. Well, it's good to be seeing you here. Good to see everybody. Okay, let's see. Let's carry on with this double speaking donuts, as they put it.
So I asked him, are those pendulous veins?
If that's what they're called. No, I'm not a pilot. I was just reading something.
Dude has no idea what he's talking about.
Agreed.
Do they enable the gyroscope to point in the direction of the gravity vector? Well, if you're gonna monologue, no. If you're gonna monologue, then no. I don't think that we did. I don't think that we did. Level doesn't mean flat.
Level. Noun. A horizontal plane or line with respect to the distance above or below a given point. Adjective. Having a flat and even surface without slopes or bumps. Synonym.
Yep. We've been through this so many times. Why don't Globies get this?
Because they really want it to be a ball. They, regardless of any evidence or anything else, they just have to have it be that for some reason. Even if it means, abandoning any common sense whatsoever. That's what it's like I said, it's like a disease, man. Brainworms.
Real Signal says, funny how any gyro engineer would strongly disagree. A gyro engineer just simply makes a mechanic work. That's it. They literally just know it has to spin. It's like taking a bicycle tire and you spin it in a direction. It wants to keep that direction. They have the pinches weighing, so it carries on moving and correcting itself back to the rigid horizontal it was, because you're trying to force it out of its rigid plane.
I know someone who made a gyro from scratch who strongly disagree with Real Cygnus.
Oh, yeah. But to be fair, Real Cygnus is just a moron.
Yeah, he's a moron.
He's just a troll.
Now that Sean Hawkins isn't around anymore, he can't go and sit in his dumb chat anymore.
Well, that's it.
That was really bizarre, Sean just shutting down like that. That was really quite bizarre.
It had to happen
He'll come back as a flat earther. Watch this.
It had to happen sometime, though.
Yeah. He's dealing with the cog disc now, so that's what it is. That's why I had to shut down. He can't believe it's flat. He can't believe. He's like, no, it can't be. He's doing an Owen Benjamin.
He's still out there trolling though under an account.
Of course.
He doesn't troll me because he's not getting right.
Mhm.
Yeah, he can't troll me.
No, I just ignored him. I'm pretty much just ignored him. I'd say a thing once or twice if I saw a comment or whatever, but that was it. You know, he'd make a
Yeah.
big production about he was gonna, you know, I'm gonna restream these guys, and nobody cared. You know, nobody would watch it. And
Well, it doesn't help him standing there like, oh, you know, I don't make money off of this, but he's got on his top of his thing, my goal of the money is like $500 or something. I'm like,
There you go.
okay. You don't make money, but you're asking for $500.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The only thing Sean says, anything he says is projection, because most things, the only thing he usually says is, Flatch, you're a liar, David, you're a liar. That's
Yeah,
it. I mean, so anything he says, projection. While he's
Well,
calling you a
that's-
liar, he's lying at the same time.
Exactly.
You're uneducated. You don't know science. Okay.
Yeah, guys, hit the like, share the show, please. It really, really does help. Yeah, LJ, I did check Duvait's video out. It's not bad. His
Michael
latest video is
needs,
actually quite good.
Michael needs a new gimbal. PG is an old Scottish lady.
That actually tickled me when he said
It
that.
was funny when you told me. Like.
It's crazy.
Synonyms: flat, smooth, even, plumb, flush.
Level doesn't mean flat.
You're a stupid dumbass.
No. Level means parallel to the equipotential surface.
You're like, shut up.
Do you know what those words mean? Do you know what those words?
Sorry, show us a definition where it says parallel to exponential. What? Exponential surface. It says to the surface, to sea level, to ground, to flat. Parallel to a horizontal means it's a horizontal to another horizontal. Does he know that? Cheers, Jeff. Good to see you, man. Jeff's saying it's buffering on his side. And Oxbow.
It's
Is
not
it
here.
buffering by you guys?
No,
Try refreshing.
Because I got no buffering on my side.
I'm all good here.
I'm good here too.
Yeah, I'm checking it now. I don't see any buffering. Nothing going on. Sorry. No idea what's going on, guys, but there's no buffering by my side.
Nope.
Okay. Let's carry on.
That I just said meant? Even or even. So do you know what the words I said meant? Have you looked at the dictionary definition of gravity? Yeah, I do. I get grants to do research, and then as part of my research program, I do science outreach. You're right. Well, A, you haven't asked any scientific questions. B, my channel is not just my lives. My channel is scientific content almost entirely.
I don't think this guy will know what science is when it hits him in the face.
No.
It makes it
Wow.
evident. It makes it evident shortly.
This guy doesn't have a cooking clue. This guy's talking bullshit.
Oh, Sovereign.
You probably don't.
I watched that movie, Sovereign, on the line. Brilliant. I liked it.
It did a hell of a twist on that thing too,
It
isn't
is.
it?
Yeah, it is a good twist. Definitely. It's like you say, it's a different film from Sixth Sense, but I get you with a twist. It's a similar type twist, but it's a conventional kind of. It's a modern kind of version of that kind of film sort of thing, isn't it? But it's not a supernatural film. But it's good. It's good.
Don't follow that, please. Typically, you need. Are you talking about the scientific method? Because typically, for an experiment, you need some sort of control. You need some sort of data collection. You need some sort of analysis. Yep. I should say control and what's it called? Not variable.
This guy has, he's got no PhD in science. Full stop. He just showed he has no science acumen whatsoever.
Too funny, isn't it?
You're telling me he's got a PhD but doesn't even know what the scientific method's about? This is what I see. We get a lot of posers, a lot of fakers from the globe side.
PhD
Always
ain't nothing
claiming
but
to be PhDs.
piled high and deep, man. That's all I've ever seen, man. I've known PhDs that don't even have a rudimentary command of the English language. Read an email or something from them, and they don't know how to use grammar. They don't know how to spell anything. And then when you look at the entire thing they wrote, there's no common sense involved in it at all. It's just wow. I look at it like this: you go to here, Mr. College or whatever. Take my brain, put it in a jar, stir it around a little bit, turn it into ramen noodles, then stick it back in my skull for me, and then just say I'm smart. Yeah, that's what's going on.
That's crazy.
Control and experimental data set. I mean,
So Blitz doesn't know what a scientific experiment
No,
is.
it doesn't.
And he gets paid by the government to disseminate scientific information online. Shocking.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done more experiments than you have.
You don't know what a scientific experiment is, Dr. Twitch, and you
Mhm.
just demonstrated that for 1,000 people.
You're like, shut up.
But when you run experiments, when you do a scientific experiment, then you publish works. You don't write, this is my number one. This is my like. You just describe your method. You describe your data collection methods. You describe your apparatus. You describe the goal. A whole bunch of things.
Nope.
This
Guy has never in his life touched a scientific experiment.
describes the goal.
He doesn't even know the words.
I think his hypothesis. I think describing the goal was the hypothesis.
Damn.
Somewhere, that's one way of putting it.
That's really
Bad, isn't it?
It's really bad.
And this guy's claiming to be a PhD.
Wow.
So this is not like there's not like some stone tablet that says how to do science, right?
It's called the method, the scientific method.
That doesn't have an S on end either, by the way.
Oh wow.
Where's the stone tablet located?
The stone tablet is called the scientific method, and if you don't follow the scientific method, you are, by definition, a pseudo-scientist, Dr. Twitch.
Oh, okay, so you don't so there's no stone tablet that says any of this. It's kind of wishy-washy. As long as as long as you have a hypothesis, you test your hypothesis, and you collect data, that's good enough. Yeah. So without reading off website, can you tell me what the scientific method is? No. You can answer the question. Yeah, it's a parameter that you tweak. No, it doesn't have to.
Science.
But how's that for projection of this guy? He doesn't even know what an independent variable is. And he wants to push it off on whoever's asking, and they're saying, "Oh, do you know what it is?" It's like, yeah, that's bad.
It's crazy. It's deluded.
He is deluded. What can we say? What can we say? This is like that the real what? The guy claims to be a real nuclear physicist, Heinrich. He's still running away from talking to me there.
No doubt.
It's sad. Sad indeed.
You think?
To be the cause of the effect.
Well, Mr. Science Communicator, researchers often manipulate or measure independent and dependent variables in studies to test cause and effect relationships. The independent variable is the cause, Dr. Twitch. Thanks for playing.
No, it doesn't have to be the cause of the effect.
You're a stupid dumbass.
Even Beavis and Butthead, no, come on.
Oh no, it doesn't have to be the cause. And why are you doing science then? If you don't want to figure out the cause for what you're observing, then it's not science. Oh man. Whatever.
You it doesn't have to be, no. It can be. It often is, but it doesn't have to be. It can just be a correlator. It can just be a correlator. No.
Ooh, science is not correlative. Science is causative. This guy's making it worse and worse for him.
This guy's
I'm literally saying
This guy's supposed to be a PhD in science.
Claimed.
See, people have
As he claimed.
way too much unwarranted faith in academic. You know what I'm saying? And it's completely unwarranted. You know, if you can't tell after you've uncovered a bunch of stuff from, wait a second, they were wrong about this, they're wrong about this, and they don't use any common sense. You realize that there is this overemphasis of importance placed on these academic clowns, and the little letters that come after their names. And it's like, wow, anybody can buy that shit. It doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm. But I think too much people these days just say things. They just say, I am a scientist, or I got this degree. They can just claim it. It doesn't make it true. And you can clearly see who's the fakers when you get information like this from them.
But you'll see on newspapers or on news, scientists say. So it gives it like some air of authority, like it's real.
Yeah, it gives it weight. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I've been seeing a lot these days when you're like asking them, okay, well, why do you believe what you believe with the, And they're saying, no, it's because consensus.
Mm-hmm.
But consensus is not science. Consensus is person's opinion. Science is not opinionated. So, I mean, they're making something that's objective, making it subjective.
It's weak, though, isn't it? That you think something's real because everybody else does.
Of course. That's what's wishy-washy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what's wishy-washy, absolutely.
Saying that it doesn't have to be the cause because it's just a correlation.
Dr. Twitch just told everyone correlation is causation.
No, not always. Sometimes it's not the cause. That's literally what happens when you provide evidence for the null hypothesis. Wait, hold.
Evidence for the null hypothesis.
Evidence for the null. Wow. Wow.
No. Your null hypothesis is literally just there to say, see, this was the cause for the effect. I didn't see the cause for effect. Therefore, it means this is not the cause for the effect. So that it's not evidence for the null hypothesis. That just means the null hypothesis is validated because you couldn't figure the cause out for your hypothesis. You have evidence for the cause, not evidence for the null. How do you have evidence for it not being there?
Evidence for something not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's an oxymoron.
It's idiotic.
Self-evident.
This is getting bad.
Hold on, Nathan. Before you keep reading, tell me what the null hypothesis is, please. Yep. Tell me what the null hypothesis is, please. Good. Okay, continue. Unless the null hypothesis is given evidence for, and then the independent variable doesn't cause a change in the dependent variable.
What?
Stating the obvious,
Mm-hmm.
but still not. It's not evidence for a null. It just means the
obvious.
cause is not the cause.
Or falsified.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's what the null hypothesis means. When you provide evidence for the null hypothesis, that means when you run an experiment.
Hey, Dr. Twitch, the pseudo-scientist, we've already been over this. You don't know what an experiment is.
No, he doesn't.
That provides evidence for the null hypothesis. That means that your independent variable didn't cause any change in the dependent variable. That's what it means to prove that the null hypothesis holds. Yes, if the independent variable doesn't affect the dependent variable, then you're providing evidence for the null hypothesis. And that means that the independent variable doesn't cause any change in the dependent variable. Wait, did you understand what I said, or are you just going to keep reading?
I don't think you understood what you said, dude.
I'm flabbergasted.
It's this guy.
Nobody understood what the hell he
This
was
guy's
saying.
name is Dr. Twitch. Is that what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a guy that makes meth.
Yeah, Dr. Twig.
Yeah. Dr.
Just
Twitch.
TV,
I
just
got
you,
the
man.
best ice going around, man.
Yeah. Crazy.
Hmm.
I think we can probably get children to have scientific discussions with this guy and they'll embarrass him.
Who's that?
Yeah, usually people like that are all textbook and scientific definitions, the proper terminology for stuff. He wasn't even using the terminology, wasn't he? Was he at
Nope.
all? He didn't know any of it.
He's not even getting the order correct.
There's even a guy, Professor Parks. Have you heard of this guy?
Yep.
PhD. That guy. I'll watch his stuff every so often. I show up in the chat, and it's like I'm constantly challenge everything that he says. Like, this guy is such a stooge for the academic brainwashing. It's not even funny. He can't even entertain common sense. We were talking about. He was talking about events that may or may not have taken place in Europe between 1939 and 1945, and he's really swallowed all the Kool-Aid on that one. And I'm like, dude, you're a PhD. All I want you to do is sit down one day and just run the logistics. Just run the logistics and see if that makes any sense to you. That's all I ask you to do. I want you to look into the amount of resources, the amount of manpower required for such an operation, and everything, and time, how long it would take for all of this stuff. Just do that for yourself. You don't even have to answer back to me. Just look at it for yourself like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't care what your textbook says. I know full well, and so does anybody else with two brain cells to rub together, that a lone gunman did not shoot John F. Kennedy from a warehouse in Dallas. Okay? That's a cockamamie conspiracy theory story. Yet, if you open up any Rockefeller-funded, approved educational textbook to the even 2024 history book, United States history, it will tell you that on November 22nd, 1963, a lone nut gunman shot the president from a warehouse.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter what your book says.
But don't you think if they wanted to get rid of him anyway, they would have, if it was a single person, would have done it in a much easier manner that wasn't really so out in the public?
Well, there's a whole thing about that whole thing might have been a psyop.
That was a warning.
That he may not have even been assassinated.
That if you mess with the government, you go down.
What was it meant to be? 3 shots from an old Italian Mauser in 6.8 seconds. Yeah, it was pretty. It's pretty possible.
Yeah,
one bolt action, like one shot at a time.
I've had the privilege of firing a 30 caliber Carcano rifle, and it's a piece of crap. Okay, it is a piece of crap. Initial reports said that it was a 7mm Mauser.
Yeah, Mauser. That's why I just said Mauser.
They're not very accurate.
Yeah, Italian Mauser. Yeah, that's what I thought it was meant to be.
But initially, and a Mauser is better, way better rifle. But somebody threw down the wrong shell casings. It was supposed to be 7.6, and it ended up being a 6.7. So they had to say it was a 30 caliber Carcano Italian rifle.
Right.
I mean, even initially when they found the rifle, the guy said, "Here's the cop." He's showing it. Says, we found this Mauser and serial number, blah 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 blah." And then, boom, that gets wiped away. And the next thing you know, it was a 30 caliber Carcano. And I'm like,
madness. His wounds were all played with and everything as well. It's crazy.
Are you surprised?
Well, do you know this is a thing that people don't know about that? All right, so supposedly Oswald killed this cop, right? Tibbets. But what a lot of people don't know about Tibbets is his striking resemblance to John Kennedy. So much so that they used to call him JFK at the precinct because he looked so much. And the whole idea is this guy was shot to use as a body double. They took him to Loveland or Parkland Hospital as well.
Right.
So both bodies were at Parkland Hospital. One that looked like Kennedy. The only thing is, now it's suspected, and this is what I'd heard, that a G. Gordon Liddy was the hit on this cop, but he screwed up and shot him in the forehead instead of in the back of the head like he was supposed to.
Oops. Oops. Yeah, so that way they wouldn't be able to see the face as well. Yeah. I thought it was the guy in the front seat that shot him.
That's a new one that I've heard.
Yeah, but when you look at the evidence for that, it seems to be the hand gun that you think you see. It seems to be the mirror. It's just in line with his hand and the sun shining on the mirror. I don't think that's the. Well,
there's a bullet. There's a bullet hole from the front.
Of course.
There's a bullet. There was a bullet hole through the windshield that came from the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Mad.
But the one that actually hit him, I think, came from behind. But I'm just guessing. I don't know. Who knows?
But yeah,
I don't think he's dead though. I think you're right. I think they faked it. I think they used a body double.
Yeah, Staveley's done a whole thing on that it was most likely an entire psyop, that he wasn't even assassinated.
That's a possibility as well, absolutely.
Have you guys heard of a guy named Frederick? He's on TikTok a lot. He hangs out with Nathan Thompson. I'm gonna ask him if he wants to come on the show and talk to us. He's really, really good at flat smacking. He knows a lot of evidence, and he's got literally he can pull up stuff online and show you evidence of it right off the bat. It's pretty cool. He does a pretty good job of it. I was gonna try to get him to come on and talk to us and maybe share some.
That'd be cool.
Insight.
Definitely.
Always interested to talk to people.
Yeah, I'll send him an email then. He's a really nice guy. He can be a little aggressive, but he's really good at it. He's not rude, or he doesn't sit there and make fun of people. He just says, "Look, this is the truth. This is it. I'm showing you the evidence. It's up to you." I like that. I like the way he does. And he kind of reminds me of Dave a little bit, the way he talks, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But definitely a different dude. Anyway, I'll get a hold of him and see if I can talk him into coming and maybe bring him on the panel one day or something.
Yeah, that'd be great.
What does your T-shirt say, Dave? Thou shalt not what?
Hang on one sec. It says, "Thou shalt not kill my vibe."
Right, got you.
How dare you kill my vibe?
got you. I like it.
Did I kill your vibe? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got a yellow shirt that I wear sometimes, and now it's getting out summertime. It's a yellow shirt, and it's just it says, "I'm a ray of effing sunshine."
Yeah. Nice.
I want one of those.
The parallel one.
I got a little song.
I like the one with the big coat on the front of it, but when you scan the code, it says "FU."
Oh, all right, that's pretty cool.
I got one for you. There you go.
I'm gonna have to give you.
He's our friend.
Cheswick, shout out to Cheswick.
Ooh, that guy.
Wow, he looks a bit younger there. Is that Creaky? He looks younger there, doesn't he?
All of them are a bit younger when you take it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think he's showing different ones from different periods of time.
Yeah.
Everybody laugh at
Cats, cats in, yeah, cats in.
We need to
Since
start.
it's
We need to
silent.
start writing music like that.
Yeah, Mr. Cheswick does awesome songs.
Yes.
I love that.
Since that debate with you just over a year ago, Flats, I haven't seen anything of cats, man. Anything.
Yeah, Cats is very, very quiet. He's just like guided off the radar. I think he's realized he's not going to get anywhere.
Are we complaining, really, though? Like,
No.
Good riddance.
Mm.
Oh
But
no,
they're-
of course.
they're
Yeah, I was
all
gonna say, let's
starting-
not complain too
But
much.
they're
You
all
might show
starting
up.
one by one to get off the radar. Have you realized that? They're like getting new people coming in
Yeah.
for them. It's like the
It's just the cog. This is getting hard. You know what I mean?
They're getting
But think
tired
about
of
it.
Change
getting
of shift,
slapped.
isn't it? Like,
yeah.
move
They're
on to
getting
the
a
next show.
new younger channel people to try and take over now, while the others are just kind of fading away. I mean, where's Mr. Sensible been the last few months as well?
Yeah, they're really
That's right.
they're dropping
Even
off
Craig
the
now,
radar.
FTFE, he's like starting to go down off the radar.
They can't
Simon Dan's doing less and less flatter stuff as well.
I haven't seen McToon since we debated him.
McToon is like the only one really still
Okay.
trying to go hard at it, but he's literally got like some kind of,
Oh, is he?
I don't know, flatter Tourette's.
Cancer.
Yeah, but
Oh.
he's still young.
What a Tourette's.
He's still young. He's still young. He's still 12 in mind, isn't he? So he's still got a long way to go. You know.
Well, I'm only 8. If you really think about it, I'm only 8. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's how you use it and how you deal with it, right? Like you can be mentally ill, but you can still treat people with respect and all that. You don't have to.
He doesn't know how to do that. He doesn't know how to do that.
I think his pride is the most important thing to him. I think he's that kind of person, you know, like if you insult him or you make him look bad, he'll like hold a grudge forever. That's the kind of guy.
Well, you know what they say about pride, don't they? Pride cometh before the fall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're even recycling people again. Like the Greater Sapiens come back now all of a sudden.
What a village idiot he is.
That guy, he's a moron.
Where the hell has Nunez been? I haven't heard about him in a while. I know he's still doing a show, but I don't hear much about him. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Who did you say?
Sorry, say it again.
Nunez. I can't
Nunez.
remember the first part of his name, but yeah, Nunez.
Yeah, he's
His
long ago. I haven't seen him like maybe 2 years by now.
Yeah, it's been a while since. Well, at least on social media. But I know he's still doing a show, but I don't see much of it.
No, Emerald Bar, no buffering. It's all right, my side still.
I don't know why it's buffering by the way.
But I liked him. I used to support him for a while before I came over here.
There's so
No
many people
buffering.
saying it's not buffering, and they're getting a few odd that's saying it's buffering, and I'm not getting anything. Yeah, everything looks perfect.
I'm not having any trouble with it. I'm
YouTubers
on
speaking,
bad internet.
it's sound.
Maybe it's there.
I mean, I'm even going on Twitch to see, and it's not buffering on Twitch. It's not buffering on YouTube.
Anybody watching on Twitch?
Yeah. I got one person on Twitch. Whoever you are, hey, welcome. Good to see
Hey,
you.
watching on Twitch.
Hello, Twitch. Thanks for
Hello,
showing up.
Twitchy viewer. Twitchy viewer. We've just been talking about a twitchy scientist.
We're starting to get a
Thank
little
you,
twitchy
Grizzly
here.
Man. Yeah, look, guys, I don't think we're gonna have a long show tonight. I am
Big.
actually,
Yeah, you do. You look booshed, man. You look booshed.
Today is your birthday.
but the whole day I've not really been feeling.
You should just do an hour.
Energetic,
Just
yeah,
do another
so-
10 minutes.
But see, but what the thing I don't understand is if it's just another day, why would you have to contemplate anything or even be affected by it? It's just another day.
Huh?
Well, what it was
Right.
last night, it was
A birthday is
It was
just
last
another
night.
day.
It was
all the
sacrificing
rum and
ballers on his altar last night, and he's been eating them raw,
Yeah.
so he don't feel right well.
I had to finish.
Oh, I see. You got a little hair of the dog this morning. I see.
I had to finish. Oh, come paint here. What? Coma patient. That's from Twitch. Awesome. Thanks for coming, Coma
That's
patient.
on Twitch.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah,
patient.
you can see it.
Come on, patient.
I had conversation.
What's up, dude?
See it.
Glad to have you in. But yeah,
Forgot.
I'm still eating the meat from last night. So, but
The meat.
yeah, I'll definitely be in much
Appreciate
more oomph for tomorrow night's stream. So don't worry about that.
You know, I know the cure for the all hair of the dog. You know, I could tell you the secret. Gator Light and Vicodin works every time.
I couldn't hear you.
But I'm not a doctor, so don't take my advice.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah.
But every time I ever had a real bad one, that usually did it. You get hydrated, and then you take, that, and then it'll snap you right out of it.
But I think what's also catching me is because I've stopped being on sweet stuff for a while now because of my exercise stuff. I've had a lot of sweet stuff since yesterday, so that's also catching me. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm not used to it anymore.
Well, yeah, and when you drink, blood sugar goes high too. That could be bad for you if you're not drinking or you're not eating sugar.
So yeah, I still got a whole
You don't need that
bottle of
booze
rum,
anyway.
and I still got like 4 beers left. So we'll have to maybe do a drinking stream sometime. Every time someone says something stupid, I'll have to take a shot.
You got to do an MCFE.
I don't drink, but I'll get really high if that helps.
Yeah, I'll stick to smoking.
Coming up,
but then again,
June will be 14 years for me.
Wow.
Fair play, man. Fair play.
August will be 13 years since I drank. Wow, I didn't know you could
a
either.
long time ago. I had to. I'm allergic to it. I break out in jail cells.
I don't drink.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do that, but it was getting.
I don't actually drink. I haven't really drank in a long time. It's just when I have my friend Darby comes and visits. We care, as we say, very lacquer together.
Bad
He's one of those guys that you can drink and enjoy yourself with. You know what I mean?
It's 5 years for me.
Right.
Not alcohol. Obviously, I don't really drink much. I do drink now and again, but not much. But drug-wise, because smacking crack, basically.
Mm-hmm.
5 years. 5 years. 5 years come October, I think. 5 years come October.
Congrats, bro.
That's.
That.
It's the longest. And it's the last, obviously.
I saw.
There's no go back.
I saw a video this morning. But it's from that archaic guy that I don't really like that much.
Yeah.
But it was interesting because I saw it. He was talking about the Mandela effect, and he got himself a 16th century Bible. Yeah. And it also showed their wolf and lamb, but the illustration was a lion and the lamb.
Wow.
So the painting is still showing a lion and lamb, but the verse shows wolf and lamb.
I went and checked.
Wow.
I went and checked it on Dead Sea Scrolls.
And it says wolf, doesn't it?
It's weird. Everything is wolf.
Crazy.
But the art and everything is still lion. I mean, I still see a lot of. I like watching the debates of theologians and things, and they're always still referencing lion and the lamb.
Yep.
These are actual the doctrines in scripture, and they still
either we're all nuts or something's going on here. Sure.
If they're going to preach it nowadays, they still, I guarantee, they'll slip into lion and lamb. They won't say wolf and lamb. I mean, you might get a select few, mate. But they'll slip into lion and lamb.
I have a question. I wonder if I went into every church in my neighborhood.
It'll say wolf in front of them, but they'll still say lion.
Mm-hmm.
Say again, Ryan.
I wonder if I went to all the church. There's a lot of churches in my town. I don't know why. There's like a street in my town. It's a big town. It's like 100-something thousand people, but there's this one road that goes through town, and this road has literally a church like every 2 blocks. It's really weird. It's like for some reason they built all the churches on the same street. But anyway, so I thought about this when we were watching that thing the other day about people talking about lying about what they see in the Bible and translating it into their own words and all that. And it really upset me a little bit that I'm seeing that, right? So I thought maybe what I should do is go to churches nearby and just sit in, not respond, not react with them, but just go sit in and ask questions, after the service and see what other people think about it. You know what I mean? Just like, what are they preaching and what do they believe in? I'm just curious because I'm wondering if this is really affecting a lot of people or if it's only affecting a certain amount of people that are online or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of curious about that. Is every church that in my neighborhood teaching the same thing, that the earth is a ball and all that? I mean, that disturbs me a little bit.
RJ wants us to play some of the Eric DeBay video. We can do that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's actually a good video. But like I said, when it comes to the flat Earth stuff, DeBay shop. then it's good. But he should stay away from religious topics.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah. Was that?
Hey, Joyce B. Good to see you. Joyce is also buffered, but then logged out, logged back in, and it's perfect now. So. Okay. Guys, ready? Let's do this. We'll put today's video in for you
Your
guys.
greatness, I must implore an audience once more.
What is it, you sniveling globling?
It's the flat earthers, my lord. They're asking about ships disappearing over the curvature of the globe. Clearly, ships moving away from an observer disappear hull first, proving they are descending down beyond the curve, correct?
Of course they are. What else would it be?
The silly flat earthers use their zoom cameras to bring boats that have gone over the curve back into full view, hull and all. Then they say this proves the boats aren't disappearing due to Earth's curvature. How should I respond, my liege?
Fool. Have you not yet learned the magic word?
What magic word?
Refraction.
Have you not heard the magic word refraction?
Refract to gravel-axe.
Yeah. But when will they ever learn? When they say refraction, they're just making a point it's not physical curve. I don't know what's so hard to understand. When you're claiming optical effects, it means it's not a physical effect that you're claiming to be. I mean, it's not the, you don't have to be the smartest guy to understand that. But yet they still don't get this.
Refraction. Light bends, insolent one. Look at a straw in a glass of water. When ships disappear over the curvature of the globe, flat earthers are simply zooming in.
Yes, we're carrying on with the Law Lodge tomorrow. You guys want to do that tomorrow again? I think that's going to be quite cool. The one we started doing not yesterday, before. With that Scottish Rite Christian Mason dude.
Yeah, that would be cool, man.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Christian atheist guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the refracted image, like the straw in the glass of water.
So light is bending around the curvature of the globe to show them a refracted image when they zoom in? It does look like they are zooming.
I have to say, though, you can clearly hear it's still Dubé talking. Because he's got that same way he talks, and
enunciates everything.
yeah, the way he pronounces, and you can hear it's his voice still. He's got his voice signature on, you can say.
In on the actual boat, though, and doesn't appear to be going through the water like your example with the straw in the glass.
You dare question my authority, Globling?
Of course not, your worshipfulness. It's just that the flat earthers say it all has to do with the vanishing point and perspective. In their view, ships' hulls disappear from the bottom up due to the nature of our vision, not the curvature of the globe. They say our eyes make the distant ground appear to rise up towards the horizon, the same way the distant sky appears to sink down towards the horizon. That this is why streetlights of equal height appear to get shorter in the distance, and why planes flying away at a constant altitude appear to go downwards towards the horizon.
Hogwash. Of all the mishmashed riffraff I've ever heard, that takes the cake. The horizon is the physical curvature of the globe.
That's what they say. Oh yeah, guys, last night's stream for PJ, it was actually very good.
Yeah, it was a decent stream.
So yeah.
Decent stream.
Well, we thought it were alright. I don't know if anybody else will.
Yeah, we liked it. It was good. Good.
So guys,
well, I did have a comment in that. I did have a comment in that. It was a really good comment from Veronica. I can't remember her full name in that, but it's Veronica something. Yeah. And the people in
Barrett,
chat,
ILJ.
there's no live chat because I had to trim it because it got blocked because of the music in it. So I had to trim it. So there's no live chat. For some reason, it clicks off the live chat when you edit. And if you put it back on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Maybe that's why they do it.
yeah, it's a pain in the butt. So it's just one of them. If I put the live chat back on, I'll have to revert back to the original video, and then it'll get blocked again, won't it? So
Oh, I see what you mean. There's some kind of a fault.
yeah.
That's weird.
What I could do is revert back to normal, upload it as a video, and just cut out the music. But there's no point in that, is there?
Right? Yeah, that's a lot of work too.
No point.
Not just some subjective perspective line.
Certainly, Supreme Commander. But then, if ships are disappearing beyond the curvature just a few miles away at sea level, how is it that amateur high-altitude balloons, reaching heights of over 20 miles high and able to see for hundreds of miles in all directions, still see a perfectly flat horizon at eye level, 360 degrees around?
Okay, this I gotta tell Dubai again. Relative to eye level.
Yep.
Stop saying at eye level.
Yeah.
Yep.
Say relative, please, because you're gonna get people again like
No,
McToon Booger Eater, who's going to say, "Oh, my theodolite, it shows it's below eye level."
Yeah,
Relative.
absolutely. I think that's
Yeah, that was funny when he said.
it's all right if it's just a slip in that, but he should know better. He should notice it rather. You know what I mean?
So Eric Dubay should correct himself and say, yeah, relative to eye level. Because the thing is, he's teaching other people to say at eye level. And every time those people go and talk to people like McBooger Eater, then they look stupid because it's like, see, I got evidence. See, here we go. It's below eye level. Yeah, but if you say relative to eye level, he can't attack it because you didn't say it's at eye level. You said it's relative because
Mark
it rises with you with altitude.
Didn't Mark Sargent fall prey to that?
Yeah, exactly. So I just wish they would learn that. Just that little, just stick that word, relative, in there. Then the Globers have nothing to strawman us with.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, I often wonder why they don't correct their English and make sure that they're saying things properly.
Because, you nincompoop, 20 miles high is minuscule compared to the massive size of our Earth globe. You would have to be much higher in altitude to notice any curvature.
So you're saying that at sea level, ships are disappearing over the curvature of the globe just a few miles away. But at high altitudes, we still can't see the curvature of the globe, even hundreds of miles away? Make that make sense to me, my overseer. Is it?
Yeah, but you see, this is also, again, another catch-22 situation. Earth too big. Now, the further you go up, the more you see, so therefore it takes, how can I put it, you are able to see it better. But when you're closer, it's like they say, this is where they come with their strawman again. Oh, if you're an ant on a ball. You know what I mean? You know, remember they take that camera and they zoom in on a basketball? So it looks flat. It's exactly that.
Yeah, but you can twist this argument round on them because you can say, well, if Earth's too big and that's why we don't see curvature, explain boats going over the horizon at 3 miles out or whatever.
No.
They can't. They just say refraction.
I can explain it really easy though.
Or Brenda's 12 horizons.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She been,
no.
she been a little bit quiet
Brenda's-
here recently too.
Brenda's 12 genders. Sorry.
It's crazy.
Is it not a double standard?
I'll tell you the double standard. The double standard is acting like flat earthers have any standard at all. And the only reason they exist in this day and age is due to a failing of the education system.
That may be, boss. But alas, I have another query. When the flat earthers ask why a helicopter can't just hover in place and wait for the spinning ball Earth underneath to bring their destinations to them, we laugh in their faces, right?
Of course, minion. The entire atmosphere moves in exact unison with the spinning globe.
You know what's wrong with that as well, though? because when they come and say conservation of angular momentum, they say you need a force acting on it to change direction. Well, isn't a helicopter forced flight?
Yeah.
So in other words, it's supposed to be counteracting that momentum.
But they say the gravity holds on to it and it just blows
Insane.
around with
What's
it.
up, Adam, man? Thank you.
This dumb stuff they come up with on here. You always hear that it's a failure of the education system. That's the one thing they failed with, right? That's they're good with everything, but that one thing right there, boy, that's the one where they failed yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Great bastards.
Like a frozen jello mold.
We have to ask
So the
yourself
helicopter.
Yeah. You have to ask yourself.
is what else did they teach you that's holding you back? You know what I mean? And what didn't they teach you? That's the biggest part. I always ask myself is why don't they teach you certain things in school? Like common things, like how to wash yourself, how to avoid getting sick because you're getting germs in your mouth or you're contaminating your food. It's funny that they never teach you any of that in school, but that seems like it would be the most important thing to teach a young child is how to take care of himself. All these things. They assume that what we do it, but they don't. You would think that if they really cared about what they were learning and their health and all that, why wouldn't they teach them about how to eat properly and all the truth about health and all that? You know what I'm saying? But they don't really do that. At least they didn't do it when I was in school.
No, they don't really teach you to question things these days.
No.
Just
No,
do
it's
what the curriculum
conforming.
teaches, and that's it.
Just conform.
Just react to the problem so that way they can put in the solution for you.
Helicopter will stay over the exact same geographic point forever. Likewise, planes have the same moving frame of reference since before takeoff and after landing, so they can go any direction without having to factor Earth's spin.
But even if the atmosphere spins perfectly along with the Earth westwards at over 1,000 miles per hour at the equator, shouldn't that mean planes traveling eastwards over the equator at an average speed of 500 miles per hour should arrive at their destinations nearly 3 times faster than when traveling westwards?
Yes.
No.
No. Yes. Exactly that. Let's, for instance, take.
It's always done.
Let's, for instance, take a river, and the river's flowing, let's say, 40 kilometers an hour, okay, in one direction, and you climb in that river, and you start swimming with that river in the direction it's going. Are you going to get your destination faster?
Yeah.
Aye.
Yes, you are.
Absolutely.
Or what happens if you're trying to swim as fast as you can the opposite way? You either be going swimming backwards, or you're going to get to the destination slower.
Yeah.
And since we know that supposedly they're all elliptical orbits, then why wouldn't there be gravity changes and things? And why wouldn't people fall down every once in a while because the speed of the Earth changed or it went by a planet that pulled on it a little bit? That's what would really happen if that was.
Yeah. I think that's all we need to see, because I think after this, he gets into some religious stuff again, which I'm not really interested in.
Yeah.
It's too
I
bad,
think
too.
we're going to end it here tonight, guys.
Not that there's anything wrong with sharing that, but
But I think we're going to end this here tonight. Let me go get this sugar rush off of me.
Yeah. Good idea, Flax. Good idea, dude.
But yeah, thanks everybody for
Hope you feel better,
birthday
buddy. Happy
wishes,
birthday.
everything. Thank you for all you guys. You guys rock. Are you going to stream now? You still early. You can stream.
Oh.
Who?
Oh.
Yeah, Dave, do a stream now, man.
Do a
It's still
stream
early.
now?
Yeah, Dave.
I'm going to see if the wife wants to go to the Mimsland and have some supper.
Okay.
Oh, nice. That's more
Yeah,
important.
so thanks everybody for coming.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you all. You guys rock. Hit the likes if you haven't already.
You're
Share the show, and I'll see you guys with a bit more chutzpah tomorrow night.
All right.